It's Janice. Welcome back into the studio for another fun drop-in art. I'd like to thank Perry County Council of the Arts and participating sponsors for continuing to bring us these awesome drop-in sessions online. Today, as if you can't tell, we're going to be talking about making a really fun festive Halloween mask. You can make any animal you want. I've done a little fox. If you'd like to know how to create this, stay with me. All of the supplies and directions are coming right up. For today's project, you will need a paper plate, and we will cut it in half, so you really only need half a paper plate, or you could make 2 masks. You'll need an assortment of acrylic paints or markers in colors you would like to create your animal face. You will also need a piece of corresponding cardstock or construction paper that kind of goes along with your theme. I have black because I'm going to use mine to make a little corgi mask. You'll need some twine or ribbon, a hole punch. You'll need either a Sharpie or a pencil. You will need a pair of scissors or a craft knife. If you use the knife, please ask your adult helper to help you with that part. And you will need some paintbrushes to go with your paints and somewhere to put your paint, like a old piece of paper or an additional side of your paper plate there, okay? So to get started, you want to cut your paper plate in half. Really simple. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then you'll choose one half, and we will take it and kind of mark out where your eyes should go. So kind of think of the paper plate as being divided in half then again this way, and put an oval shape for your eyes on one side and an oval shape for your eyes on the other side. Be sure to leave at least ½ inch down there at the bottom so that you don't get through the bottom of the paper, okay? And then using your scissors or craft knife, but ask your adult helper, go ahead and cut those eye holes out. Be careful. Remind your adult helper to be careful too, okay? Watch your fingers. Once you have your eye holes cut out, you will want to think about what kind of animal you want to make. So like I said, I'm going to make a corgi. So my corgi has kind of like a little area where her snout is with her little nose. And then she has a stripe of brown color that comes up through her forehead a little bit. Some of them are different colors. It doesn't have to be exact. If you want to make like a panda bear or something, you could think about that color, maybe find a picture in a book or on the internet, and just get an idea and maybe make yourself a few rough little lines of where you would want to put your paint so that you kind of have an idea. And then go ahead and squirt your paint out on the palette. I'm using a mixture of black and brown and a little bit of orange because that's the colors of my animal that I'm trying to create. And then you just kind of start painting. So reference your picture, or you can create from your imagination. You could also make a fox. That would be really cute. Or a bear. So you could do a brown bear. That would be easy because then you could just paint your mask brown completely. And go ahead and just fill in where you think your animal would have those colors, or what you noticed from your reference photo. And then just go ahead and fill in with your paint. And paint it all up. And so I'm going to start with the light color. And then once you have your first color done, go ahead and fill in with any additional colors that you need. So I'm working with black This is also looking a little bit foxish to me if I left it here. You could leave some of that white around the edges. You could fill in. Maybe I will. Maybe this one will be a fox because that's looking cool. So I'm just going to add a little bit of black, and I'm just kind of pulling my brush right to the edge, and that's giving me that cool like fur look. So again, I'm just filling in with my color, and then I'm just pulling it, kind of flicking my brush to the edge, and that is giving that really neat like fur texture, which I'm really liking that. What do you think? Pretty cool, right? So sometimes it's playing with different techniques too, and not being afraid to experiment when you're coloring or painting here and doing these fun things, especially with Halloween masks. They don't have to be like true to life, so just have fun and experiment. And then I'm coming up in here and I'm just finishing filling in my fur. Ooh, I love it. What do you think? That's cool. And then I'm going to do a little nose down here too, or the start of a nose shape. And then if you were going to wear this for Halloween, you could color your nose black too. And then you could add a little bit of that look, and then we'll put some whiskers on. How about that? Very cute. And maybe it has a little triangle of black fur in the center of its forehead. Very nice. Okay, so there's my mask. I'm going to let that dry while we work on the next part, which is creating the ears. You can see I already cut out ear shape for my other example that I have back here drying, so we can work on it a little bit quicker. And then just kind of, if you want your animal to have big ears, I'm just folded my cardstock in half, and I am just cutting two shapes at the same time so they match. And that way I have a mirror image, just like your ears would be a mirror image on either side. If that's too difficult, you could make one the shape you like and then trace it and to get that same effect. So to make the ears, now I want to add a little bit of detail on the ears, but not too much. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my same color paint and kind of create that intersection of the ear by making that inside of the shape I already have. So I'm just creating like an interior shape that is the same as what I had cut out, okay? But again, you don't have to be super precise with it. Just have fun. It's your animal. You can try really hard to reference an image, or you can just make it up from your imagination. Either way is cool. So there are my ears. And then I would let those dry as well. And then we can stick them on. You can either staple them, or if you have double-sided tape, that could work too. So I'm going to use the ears that I have already created that are dry, that are the same as these. So I have a stapler, and I can just go ahead and staple my ears in place. So you want to position those kind of above the eye area. I'm going to put one in this side and one in this side. And then you want to create the tie. So that's what we need the hole punch for. We're going to go ahead and punch a hole right over from where the eye hole is, about a 1/2 inch in from the edge of your plate. Okay, so you have the holes, and then that's when you take your ribbon or your twine and cut yourself a length off. I would say maybe about 1 foot for each side, so you have plenty to tie. And then go ahead and slide it through your holes that you made. Knot on either side, and then you can use those ties to wrap it around your head and tie it in place so you have a cool little mask. And then a great accompaniment is just like some warm sweatshirt or a coat, and you're all ready to go. So have a great happy Halloween, and thank you for creating with me today, friends.